Hi friends, welcome you all. Hope everybody are fine. So today we'll discuss with international financial management. So that is, we'll discuss with only the question paper problems. So now we'll discuss about 2020 question paper problems. So first we'll discuss with section A, that is for 5 marks. Okay, now you can see here the fourth question. The fourth question is they have given one balance sheet, okay, and with few information. Okay, we'll discuss with first concept what it is saying exactly. Then later we'll move on to the exact question. Okay, this question they've asked in 2020 for 5 marks, and in 2018 they've asked the same problem for 10 marks. Oh, now let us see what is exactly the problem is saying. Now the very important thing is now transactional exposure. So transactional exposure, first we'll know what is exactly the meaning of this. So transactional exposure in the sense, due to globalization, okay, the what all the nations what started doing their business across the globe, around the globe. Okay, now I'll give one simple example that US based companies, it means the USA company, what it has a main branch in the home country, and it has a subsidiary bank in the many nations. So the subsidiary company, which is called as what subsidiary company, it is also called as affiliate companies. Now the head of the organization is located in the USA, and the branch companies will be located in the different nations. So now see what will happen. Now USA want to know the financial statement or any what financial position of the organization. So what they'll do, they don't what they want to know the financial information or financial statement in their home currency, dollars. Now, if they say financial statement in rupees or in Japanese currency like yen, okay, like that, so they will not get any clear picture about this. So what they'll do, they'll convert the rupee value into their home currency value. So then they will check the financial statement of the company. So now transactional exposure, the main objective is conversion of subsidiary currency, that is conversion of subsidiary company currency to parent company currency. So that is the first objective. And the second objective is accounts statements put together. Account statement put together means consolidated accounting statements. So parent company statement plus the subsidiary company statement, they want to know the overall financial statement. So the main objective of this is conversion of currency. So in transactional exposure, so there are 4 methods. I think they can ask you for the theoretical also for theory also this. So there are 4 types of transactional exposure. One is current rate method, monetary and non-monetary method, temporal method. The fourth one is current and non-current method. Now first we'll discuss with this question. Later on we'll move on to the concept again. Now you can see here the fourth one, Farm Products is the Canadian affiliate of a US manufacturing company. Its balance sheet in thousands of Canadian dollars for January 1, 2018 is shown below. The January 1 exchange rate was Canadian dollar 1.75 per US dollar. So now what they are saying now in this case, see Canadian affiliate company. Canadian affiliate means Canadian company is a subsidiary company and US manufacturing company, it's a parent company. It means the head office is in USA and the branch office is in Canadian. Now the simple, it's a common sense. We have to convert the Canadian dollars into US dollars. That's it. Now see the very importantly, according to US GAAP means generally accepted accounting practices, according to their standards, what they're saying, their financial year begins with January 1, ends with 31st December. That's why they have given January date. Okay, and also the second thing, the assets and liabilities, don't get confused because it's according to their GAAP. So liabilities have given right side and the assets has given what they have given under the left hand side. Okay, now let us see they have given the information in terms of Canadian dollars. So very simple, we have to convert this Canadian dollar to parent company like US parent company US dollars. So this is the first thing. And second, you can see now determine farm products accounting exposure on Jan 2019 using current rate method and monetary and non-monetary method. It means the first two methods, the current rate method and next one is monetary and non-monetary method. See, they have asked a question on first two methods. And the next one, you can see now, calculate the farm product's contribution to its parent's accounting loss. So now we have to see accounting loss if the exchange rate on December 31, 2018 was Canadian dollar 1.95 per dollar. Assume all accounts remain as they were at the beginning of the year. Okay, now the very important thing is, see, first they have given the objective of this, what we have to do. One is we should calculate under current rate method and monetary and non-monetary method. And second, they have given information. And you should see carefully, very importantly. So at the beginning, they have given January 1, 2018 is shown below. January means it's a opening balance. It's a opening balance, opening exchange rate. And you can see at the last December 31st, 2018 was Canadian dollar 1.95. Closing means it's what? It's a current rate. So very simple, you can see that. So the January one is called historical date. So historical currency value is 1.75 Canadian dollar. So now current rate of dollar is, it is increased to 1.95 US dollars. So now with the help of this, we have to convert the data. Now very importantly, so you should know that these two information, the historical exchange rate and the current exchange rate. So first we'll move on to the current rate method. So how to solve the problem under current rate method. Now you can see I have made a format. This is the format for current rate method. Very simple. Assets. So same thing I have copied assets and I have copied Canadian dollars also. And also exchange rate and US dollars. Same thing liabilities and the Canadian dollar values and exchange rate and US dollars. Now, according to current rate method, what we have to do, exchange rate. Now, very simple. Under current rate method, all the assets value, cash, accounts receivable, inventory, P and E means plant and equipment, what are those values you have to convert into current exchange rate. See the current exchange rate, you can see in the last paragraph, Canadian dollar 1.95. So 1.95. So you have to compare with this. So how to is equal to 6 lakh divided by 1.95. So 6 lakh divided by 1.95, that is 3,07,692.3077. So you should write the decimal points also. So now you should divide this, because why we should divide? Because $1 is equal to 1.95 Canadian dollar. So now what we should do here, Canadian dollar is very high. That's why we have to divide this. Now I am dragging this because, okay, sorry, US dollars is equal to, that is Canadian dollar into exchange rate 1.95. It's not into, it's divided by 6 lakh divided by 1.95, that is 3,07,692.3007 dollars. Now I am dragging this, so the value came now. So now this is the total value which I have converted from Canadian dollar to US dollars. So asset side is finished. So now we'll total this. So that is 12,82,051.282 is the total of assets. Now, very importantly, you should know under current rate method. So especially in the liability side, see, we know in the liability side, there are three types of liabilities. One is equities, second one is debts, and third one is current liability. Equity means it's a owner's investment. Now, in this case, owner's investment, especially owner's investment in the sense capital stock and retained earnings, we have to take it in the historical exchange rate. Why? Because investment is made at the initial. So that's why historical rate is 1.75 Canadian dollar. So we have taken 1.75 Canadian dollar. Now, retained earnings is also 1.75 Canadian dollar. See, in what current rate method, all the transactions we have to take under $1.95 except capital stock and retained earnings. Please look at this carefully. Only this is what the objective of current rate method. So now what we should do? Now we have to divide this 3,50,000 divided by, so with Canadian dollar, now the answer is 1,79,487 US dollars. Now we'll drag this. So the formula will be copied. And very importantly, you should know this. So this capital stock and retained earnings, we have to what? Calculate with historical rate. Okay, now this conversion rate is very easy. You can easily convert this. Now, according to the, in accounting concept, what? The dual aspect concept says assets is equal to always liabilities. Now see, after conversion, US dollars total it is showing 12,82,051.282 US dollars. Now we will add this, so we'll come to know the answer. Okay, now you can see it is showing 13,75,824 dollars. Now see, assets and liabilities is not matching. Why? Because of this exchange rate of what? Historical exchange rate. Now we have to match this. So now assets and liabilities should get equal. And one thing what you should do, so you have to see how much loss happened. Loss in the sense, see why loss means, because liabilities increases means it's a loss to the company. So now we have to see the difference between assets and liabilities. So is equal to, so I am just doing is equal to, assets is 12,82,051 minus liability. So it means minus 93,772. This is what the loss. So this is what the loss happened. So now we have to write here CTA. This is very much important. CTA stands for cumulative transaction adjustment. Cumulative transaction adjustment. So you can write it in short form. So it's a cumulative transaction adjustment. Now what we should do now? So now write the asset value here. So first we'll I have written here. So now I'll copy the same answer here now, because we have to balance this. So now we have to find the difference. CTA is equal to 12,82,051 minus the value what we have got. See, this minus 93,772.8938 is a cumulative transaction adjustment. Now this we are doing under current rate method. So now at last we have to see what is the actual loss happened. Now as per, this is as per current method, exposed assets. Exposed assets means very simple. It should be in it should be in current value, current exchange rate. So current exchange rate of assets is, we should take the total of this. You can see everything we have converted into exchange rate of what? Current. So the total is 12,82,000 51.28. And exposed liabilities also we have to take only the current value, only the current exchange rate total. So I'll take so 4,61,538. So why we have to take this current exchange rate? Means because it's always it is changing in the what values. It is not in the stable. Now we have to see accounting exposure. So very simple, exposed assets minus exposed assets minus exposed liabilities. Now simple, this minus this. So accounting exposure is 8,20,512. So this is what accounting exposure. This is the first thing. And second, and also they said, see now you can see here, calculate farm production contribution to parents company accounting loss. So now we have to find out what is account loss. Very simple. In this problem, loss is minus 93,772. So now you should show this. That's it. So now this problem is under current rate method. Now very much important, you should know in this current rate method, only capital stock and retained earnings we have to convert into historical value. Rest of the things we have to exchange in US or US dollars, that is current value. Okay, now let us go with the second method. See in this problem they said using current rate method. Now we'll go with monetary and non-monetary method. So in monetary and non-monetary method, same calculation. The very importantly, you should know in this case. So in monetary and non-monetary method, we are giving much preference for, see, we are giving much preference for current assets. Now current assets is cash and account receivables, inventory and plant and equipment. Very simple that cash and account receivables are easily converted into cash. It is easily liquidated. So that's why we have to take this in exchange rate, and assets we have to take, especially this we have to take in historical. So in monetary and non-monetary method, inventory and plant and equipment, what we have to do under historical exchange rate, and also capital and retained earnings also historical exchange rate. Okay, now we should divide this. Is equal to 6 lakh divided by 1.95. Now we'll drag this. So now this is the value of converted. So this side is 1 lakh 13,67,032.96. Same thing we'll do it for now. We'll total this also, these two. Now see the difference. The assets it is showing 13,67,032 and the liabilities it is showing 13,75,000. See, liabilities it is increasing. So liabilities increasing means it's always loss. So now that adjustment we should consider as CTA. So it means cumulative transaction adjustment. So very simple. Now we should balance this. So what I'll do, I'll write it the total somewhere. Is equal to, now assets are equal. Now we should balance here. Assets minus liabilities. So 8791. So 8791.20879 is the CTA. Now we have to do same thing we have to do for this. Exposed asset, as I said in the last problem, we should take only current exchange rate. Now in this problem, see only the assets. Assets was only two things we have changed according to the current exchange rate. It is 1.5, 1.95. So now is equal to sum. I am taking the only these two. So 53 lakh, 5,38,461.538 dollars. Exposed liability also have to take only the what we have converted into a current exchange rate, only that value we have to take. Now minus exposed assets minus exposed liability. So now 76,923.0769. Now CTA account loss in this problem is, see, we have done minus 8791.280879. Now this ends your problem. So this problem, very simple. Now in current rate method, everything we have to take in what? Current value, that is current exchange rate, except capital stock and retained earnings. And next, in monetary and non-monetary method, so in asset side, inventory and plant and equipment, see, those things are not convertible easily, so that we have to take in historical rate. And also in liability side, capital stock and retained earnings we have to take under historical rate, and we have to give importance for current exchange rate. And third one, temporal method. So in temporal method, same as monetary and non-monetary method. Listen carefully. In temporary method, same as monetary and non-monetary method. In monetary method, what we have done, see, especially in asset side, inventory and plant and equipments have taken under historical rate. Now in temporary method, we have to take an historical rate only for plant and equipment. For inventory method, for inventories, we should take under current exchange rate only. It means in temporal method, all the values like cash, account receivable, inventory, we have to take under current rate. Only plant and equipments and capital stock and retained earnings, always it is in historical rate only. And the fourth one, current and non-current method. This current and non-current method, so it's same as it is current rate method. So this is what the problem related to transactional exposure that they've asked in 2020. Now let us see the same question they've asked in 2018, that is for 10 marks. So I hope you are seeing this video. So the 11th question, see, they have given two balance sheets, Goffs Limited and Indus Limited. So if they say in the bracket affiliate, it means this company is subsidiary company. Affiliate means subsidiary. And also you can see parent. See, they have given the vertical balance sheet. Assets first and liabilities next. So we'll see the objective of this. The current exchange rate 43.20 per dollar. Goffs Limited translates by current rate method. Calculate the accounting exposure for Goffs Limited by the current rate method and monetary and non-monetary method, and also prepare a consolidated balance sheets for Goffs Limited and Indus Limited. See, in last problem, the B point was not there. So because it is for 5 marks, now they have included this additional one. So it is for 10 marks. Now let us see what the problem is saying. Indus Limited is the only owned subsidiary company of US based company. So it means Indus Limited is a subsidiary company, US based company is a foreign company. So now the parent company is a US. Now Goffs Limited, full stop, Goffs Limited, non-consolidated balance sheets of both Goffs Limited and Indus Limited. It means it is a Goffs Limited balance sheet, and they have given separately Goffs Limited and Indus Limited. Only foreign operations in thousands are as follows. Now see, now Goffs Limited they have given in the dollars because it's a parent company. $2,200, $2,400, 2,400. See, they have given in terms of dollars. And second is Indus company. So it is in India. So now they have given in the rupees. Now very simple, rupee we should convert it into the parent company dollars. That's it. Very simple. And also they have given one information, plant and equipment and common stock were acquired when exchange rate was 38.20. Very simple. This is historical rate. They said it was. And after this, They have given the liabilities. You can see here the current exchange rate is 43.20 per dollar. So this is current dollar. So now first we will finish this first objective. Calculate the accounting exposure for GOFS Limited. They didn't say calculate the accounting exposure of GOFS Limited. They said calculate the accounting exposure for GOFS Limited. Accounting exposure for GOFS Limited means we have to convert the Indian company currency. So we have to convert the Indian currency to the US dollar. So now same thing I have what I will change current rate method for GOFS Limited. Now I have written all the assets and liabilities of Indian. That is what Indus. So this is Indus information we are converting into US dollar. Now first we'll see, first I have written asset side, same format, assets rupees, exchange rate US dollars, same liabilities rupees, exchange rate US dollars. Now according to current rate method, very simple, except capital stock and retained earnings, everything we have to convert into current exchange rate. Now see assets. Assets I have taken all the what rupee value 8,000, 4,600, 7,000, 9,000, and liabilities 12,000, 6,000, and 10,600. I have taken here. And you can see the current exchange rate in this problem, that is 43.20 per dollar. So exchange rate I have taken 43.2 for, since this is a current rate method, so I have taken all the values in current exchange rate. And what investment is nil now. Investment is not there for Indus Limited. So now I should convert. So very simple. Now you have to see the first thing, whether you should multiply or divide, is equal to, now US dollar for 1 rupee, sorry, for $1, it is 43 rupees to what 20 paise. So now we have to convert this. It means 8,000 rupees, and for $1 it is 43 rupees. Now we should multiply this, is equal to 8,000 into 43.2. It is 3,45,600. So next I'll drag here now. So this is the total. So this is what in terms of dollars, $12,35,520. It means ₹8,000. I'm sorry. So we should not multiply. We should divide this. So 43.2 is for 1 rupee. So now we have to see what is for 8,000 rupees. So is equal to same thing what we have done in the last one. 8,000 divided by 43.2. That is 185.185 US dollar. So if we divide means, so this is what the dollar rate. Now total it. So total asset is 662.03 US dollars. Now same thing we have to do it for liabilities, is equal to 12,000 rupees divided by 43.2. So here you see capital stock and retained earnings we have taken under historical. Historical rate is 38.20 per dollar. Now total this. Now you can see assets is $662.03, liabilities 712. Now liabilities are more. Now we should see what is the actual loss. So first what I'll do, I'll balance the equation. Now is equal to, I'll write the total somewhere. Now this is the total. Now I'll minus this, that is called CTA. Very simple, assets minus liability. This is CTA loss. That is minus $50.29. Now, same we have to do exposed assets. So exposed assets is we have to take all the current exchange rate what we have converted. It is total assets. Exposed liabilities, we have to take only those things which we have converted in the current value. That is only accounts payable. Now accounting exposure, exposed assets minus exposed liabilities. So 384.25 is accounting exposure. Now loss rate as it is, that is minus $50.295. Now this is what current rate, under current rate method. Next we have to do it under monetary method, monetary and non-monetary method. So same thing for monetary and non-monetary method. For inventory and plant and equipment, we have to take it under historical method. So it means historical exchange rate. And capital stock and retained earnings, we have to take under the historical exchange rate. And the remaining things are under current exchange rate. I will divide this. 8,000 divided by 43.2 is $185. We will total this. Now same we'll do it for liability. Now we'll see the CTE. So now as asset side is $710.51 after converting the total assets, and this side total liability is $712.332. So $2 here increasing. So now what we have to do, is equal to assets minus 1.81, that is CTA. Now we expose assets. Expose asset, we have to take only the historical. I'm repeating, historical means only these two. Historical exchange rate converted value. Exposed liability also same. Only accounts payable is converted into historical exchange. Now accounting exposure, assets minus liability. Now accounting CTA losses minus 181. Now the problem is over. So only we have completed the condition A. So calculate the accounting exposure for GOFS. And next point is consolidated balance sheet for GOFS Limited and Indus Limited. So consolidated balance sheet for GOFS Limited and in Balance Limited means we have to convert into the parent company. Now I have written the balance sheet. See, consolidated balance sheet in US dollars. GOFS and Indus Limited. See, I have written all the dollar rate of what they have given This is the dollar rates of GOPS Limited. Now we should add the Indus Limited, that is converted value. So now the converted value we'll see now. Now very importantly, please see the adjustment after the assets. Plant and equipment and common stock were acquired when exchange rate was rupees 38.20. Andre, it means plant and equipment and common stock you should exchange with $38.20, especially for Indian dollars. So what you have converted, so that you should take this $38.20. Okay, now we'll do one thing. So first we'll see this current rate method. So now cash, accounts receivable, inventory we have taken according to the current rate value. So I have pasted the values. This one, GOPS, and this is Indus, and this is total. Okay, now they said plant and equipment, they want to what converted in historical dollars. Now plant and equipment we have to take under, they only clearly said that we have to take under historical. Now plant and equipment historical value is, so you should, here we have converted in current rate, but in non-monetary, monetary and non-monetary we have converted in this rate. We should take historical. Next, investment is not there. There is no investment in Indus Limited, so it is nil. Next, accounts payable is also historical. So I'm copying the historical because already we have converted. So no need to undo once again. And next, capital stock and retained earnings. Always here we have to take under historical rate. So no, don't take under current rate. So already we have converted here. Now this total 2000. Okay, now we should add this is equal to this GOPS amount in US dollars plus Indus amount. It is 2385. Now we'll drag this. And the next, in the liability side, 1000. Now assets and liabilities should get matched now. The total That is $14,289, 0.3048. $14,312, 0.33275. Now see, when you are consolidated, now assets are showing what? The more value, and the liabilities are showing less value. So now, in case, see in this case, what happened? We were showing that CTL loss because liabilities were more. When you are consolidating in this case, liabilities, yes, sorry, liabilities still it is more now, 14,312 and 14,289. So now same thing, you have to show CTA loss with adjustment. So how to do this adjustment? So we'll write asset as it is, 14,289. Now we should write CTA different is equal to, for always assets minus liabilities. That is minus 23.0269. So this is for 10 marks. So we'll continue the next problem in next video. So this is for, we can ask this for 10 marks or we can ask it for 5 marks.